Hi guys, this 1 week strength and cardio workout video for Total Body Fitness is a week-long workout program that allows you to practice social distancing by letting you complete the workout either in the comfort of your own home or by walking or running around your own neighborhood. The Strength Days workouts is composed of a warm-up, then moves into a 5-set workout in an AB format for the first 4 sets, then into an AA format for the 5th exercise. The cardio workouts will consist of walking or running, and I'll provide you with the warm-up and cool-down for those days. With that being said, let's go ahead and move into day 1, which is a strength workout that focuses on lower body and abs. It's roughly 20 minutes total. Let's go ahead and get started with the warm-up for this exercise. Our first warm-up exercise is going to be elbows to knees for 1 minute, so that's just going to go like this. And although it is meant to be a warm-up exercise, if you're doing it right, you should be able to feel it crunching in your abs. Next warm-up exercise is going to be side-side swings, which is just like really open up those arms and feel the stretch. Next warm-up exercise is forward arm circles for 30 seconds. Go ahead and switch to do backward arm circles. You should already kind of feel a burn in your arms and your shoulders. Our last warm-up exercise is going to be jogging in place, but if you're low impact, you can just kind of go ahead and step in place like this. Or go ahead and bump it up and jog in place like normal. Okay, now we're moving into our first exercise for 25 seconds. It's either going to be a regular squat. You can feel free to squat with a chair, or squat up against the wall. Or if you want to move up to the advanced version, you can do a squat with a kick at the top. Now that's 10 seconds of break. Our next exercise is going to be high knees. If you're doing the low impact version, just step like this. If you're doing the advanced version, hop in place like this. And the level that you go out will kind of just be based on the speed that you do your high knees at. That's another 10-second break. We're moving back to the squats or the squats with a kick. It's another 10-second break. We're moving back into our last exercise of the set, high knees. Remember, you can either do these slow and controlled or bump up the intensity by going faster. We're moving into our next set of exercises. The first one is going to be mountain climbers. You can either make this pretty easy by going at a slower pace, or you can bump it up by just moving your legs a lot faster. Go ahead and take a break, but stay on the ground. The next exercise is going to be in and outs. You can either make this pretty easy by putting your hands behind you for stabilization, or if you want to make it a little bit harder, take your hands off the ground, lean back as far as you can without resting your back on the ground, and just crunch up. Back in mountain climbers. And there's your break. Now we're moving into our fourth set. Our third set. The first one is going to be hip bridges. The way you do that is just lay on the ground and make a bridge with your hips. If you want to make this a little bit harder, do single leg hip bridges. If you want to make it even more difficult, you can add some sort of weight right where your hips would be at. But if you're doing single leg, do the same leg all the way through, and then switch during the second round. Stay on the ground. The next one is donkey kicks. You can either do one leg all the way through, or you can, for one round, then switch during the second round, or you can do what I'm doing and just alternate legs. Then flip back around for the hip bridges. Make sure if you do the single leg hip bridges, you remember which leg you did the first time. Then back around for donkey kicks. I did my left leg the first time, so now I'm going to do the right leg. Or excuse me, I alternated. I'm alternating again. Now we're moving into our fourth set. You're going to stay on the ground for a side plank. What you can do, you can either keep your legs nice and crunched up here and just hold it like this if you want a little bit more of an advanced workout. Keep your legs straight, and if you want to make it even a little bit more harder for this, you can crunch. Elbow to knee. Bring it down for your 10-second break. Go ahead and switch to your other side. Same here. You can either keep it here throughout the entire workout, or you can bring it up and do some crunches. Bring it down. Go and switch back to the other side. I like to keep my feet crossed like this. I feel like it gives me a little bit more of a stabler base. But feel free to keep your feet like this throughout the exercise if that's more comfortable for you. Go and switch to the other side for your last exercise of this set. Got 5 more seconds. And bring it down. Go ahead and stay on the ground. The last exercise is going to be a plank. Feel free, if you get tired, keep your knees on the ground, but stay up. If you want a little bit more out of this workout, just go ahead and stay up in the plank through the break. And that is it. Go ahead and take a 40-second break. All right, now we're moving into our 5-minute cool down stretch. The first one is just going to be a shoulder stretch for 30 seconds. You want to keep the blood moving in your legs, you can go ahead and switch step side to side like I am. Go ahead and switch arms. Next is going to be sit and reach for 1 minute. It's okay if you start out pretty high on this. As you go throughout the stretch, try to go lower and lower and get a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Got 30 more seconds of this exercise. This warm-up stretch, I guess I should say. Next one is hamstring stretch. Either do your left or your right leg. Just lean into it. If you stretch over like this, you should also feel it over here in your obliques. And go ahead and switch sides. All right, and the next one, I don't know what it's called, kind of cross one leg over your opposite leg and then twist. This is good for your outer thigh and your back. And go ahead and switch legs. Lay this one out, cross your opposite leg over, and twist outward. And the last one is the butterfly stretch. Like this. Get a nice stretch in your groin area. your inner thighs. It's okay if you can't come in as far as I can, as long as you're feeling it in this area. That's all that matters with this stretch. Ten seconds left. And then let it relax. That was day 1 of this week-long workout program. Hope to see you on days 2, 3, 4, and 5. Thanks for watching. And welcome back to day 2, which is a cardio workout. It'll take about 30 minutes. First, I'll go ahead and start you out with a warm-up, which is about 4 minutes of dynamic stretching. Let's go ahead and get my timer started. And the first warm-up exercise is going to be frontal hip flexor swings for about 30 seconds per side. This is best if you have something to hold on to, preferably not a family antique like I have right here. It's just going to be like this, back and forth. And switch to the other side. And front pendulums, lateral pendulum swings. Switch sides. The next one is dynamic standing quadricep stretch. So just switch sides. Thirty seconds of calf raises. Next is walking or standing lunges, depending on how much room you have. I'm going to turn sideways. If balance is an issue for you, feel free to hold on to something while you do these exercises. And that's the end of the warm-up. For the workout itself, it's either going to be 20 minutes of just a brisk walk or jog. So feel free to either do that around your neighborhood. If your neighborhood's a little bit more hilly like mine is, you might need to do a brisk walk instead of a jog. Or if you have access to your local high school or middle school track, it would be a good idea to maybe drive over there. That's what I've been doing here lately. As for the cool down, once you're done with the workout, feel free to pause this or exit out and then come back to it later. But for the cool down stretching, I'll go ahead and go through that right now. It's going to be another 5 minutes, and I will go ahead and start that up. The first one is just going to be another standing quadricep stretch. This one isn't dynamic, so just go ahead and grab onto something for 30 seconds. Stretch out that quadricep. Switch sides. And sit and reach for 30 seconds. And hamstring stretch. Forgot what I was doing for a second. Stretch it over here. You may not realize it, but you actually work your shoulders and your core while you're running, so it's really good to get that shoulder and oblique stretch, even on days that you're just doing running or jogging. And switch sides. Go ahead and lay down flat. Take your left leg, grab it about right here with your right hand, and pull it over as far as you can while keeping your left shoulder on the ground. You should feel it stretching all up in your hamstring and your lower glutes. All right, return back to a neutral position. Raise your right leg. Grab it with your left hand right at the inside of your knee. Pull over toward the ground while keeping your right shoulder on the ground. Last one, once again, is the butterfly stretch. 30 seconds. And that's it. Thanks for watching day 2. Tomorrow is another strength workout, upper body and core. See you then. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and run through the day 3 workout. It's going to be a strength workout focusing on upper body and core. The entire workout is going to be about 20 minutes. The only equipment that you'll need is a chair for either 1 or 2 of the exercises. With that said, let's go ahead and get started into the same warm-up as the day 1 workout. The first one is going to be elbow to knees. Like I said on day 1, you should really feel this in your abs, even though it's just a warm-up. Moving on to side swings. Really get that stretch in your shoulders while warming up your legs. And 20 seconds left. And moving on to front arm circles for 30 seconds. Move on to back arm circles. Your shoulder should be burning at this point. For the final one, either jog in place or just march in place like this. And keep jogging or marching in place for about 10 more seconds. I'm going to go ahead and move this to the ground since most of the workout takes place down here. Our first exercise is going to be push-ups. You can either do assisted push-ups, regular push-ups, or single leg push-ups. So assisted push-ups are going to look like this. Keep your feet crossed in the back and on the ground. or a regular push-up, like this, or single leg push-ups. And then rest for 10 seconds. The next one's going to be tricep dips, so get that chair or step-up stool if you're like me. If you have a chair and it's pretty high up, you'll be able to get really deep on these. Even this is enough to make it burn. Rest for 10 seconds. I need to scroll down on my workout. Just kidding, I can't see anything right now. All right, back to push-ups. And 10-second break. And back to those tricep dips. Again. Go as low as is comfortable and safe for you. Even though this is only as far down as I can go. I feel that burn. And let it relax. Next one is windshield wipers. And then the B exercise is going to be a crunch. Make this a little bit easier. Keep your legs here at about 90 degrees. And swipe back and forth. If you want to make it a little bit harder, straighten your legs out. Let it relax. Next one is crunches. If you want to make these a little bit harder, put your feet up here at about 90 degrees so that you have a little bit more resistance. If not, just keep your feet on the floor. Let it relax. Windshield wipers. And let it relax. Next one is going to be back bow pulls. So lay out like this and crunch back. To make this easier, maybe just stay here on the ground and crunch back. Relax. Next is a pike push-up or pike hold. The way you will do this, go up like this, either hold it and you should feel a little bit of a burn in your shoulders, or do a pike push-up like this. Let it relax. back bow pulls, up, pull back. Let it relax. Get ready for those pike push-ups again. I'm trying to see what workouts are next. All right, pike push-ups or pike holds. So you can either hold it up here or hold it down here at the bottom. You can also do just a little pulses like this, or you can go ahead and do the full push-up. Let it relax. Moving into the fourth set, just like in the first set of workouts we did on day one, going back to the side planks. You can either hold it like this with your feet back behind you, or you can go up here to your side. You can add a crunch if you want to make it a little bit more advanced. Let it relax. Go and switch to the other side. Do a couple crunches on this side just to make it even. And let it relax. Back to the next side. Your body is nice and straight this entire time. Let it relax. Switch back to the last exercise of this set. Let it relax. We're going to the fifth set, planks. Remember, you can either hold it all the way through the break for more of an advanced kind of workout, or you can stop for those 10 seconds. Go ahead and let it relax, or keep on going for a full minute of planks. If not, go ahead and get ready for those last 25 seconds. If you need to, drop to those knees for just a second, but then go ahead and push back up for the last 7 seconds of this exercise. And let it relax. And I just about forgot to show you the cool down for this one, so go ahead and stay down or stand up, whichever you prefer. First one is going to be 30 seconds of shoulder stretch. And switch to the other side. And the overhead arm pull on one side. Grabbing right behind your elbow and pulling down. And switch sides. Next one is going to be extend and flex. First one is extend. A nice stretch in your abdomen. And flex. Come up. Make your feet flat on the ground. Look at your shoes. And for that next one, you can either go to standing or you can stay here on your knees so that I'm still in the camera range. Do a side stretch. Switch sides. And relax. That was your day 3 workout. For the day 4 workout, it's exactly the same as day 2. So what you can do if you want to go back and do that tomorrow is just go to the very beginning of the day 2 workout from the warm-up, go ahead and pause it, and then the cool down, it's all exactly the same. And then I'll be back for your day 5 workout. Now we're going to go ahead and get started with our last workout, day 5, which is going to be total body strength. We're going to be going through the same format as the last 2 strength days that we've done, starting with the same warm-up that we've been doing for the last 2 strength days. So let's go ahead and get started. Elbow to knees for 1 minute. Twenty seconds left. And side swings. Open up those arms, get a good stretch in. Fifteen seconds. And front arm circles. 30 seconds. Ten seconds left. And backward arm circles. Five seconds. And then go ahead and march in place, but if you're not doing low impact, feel free to jog in place for the next minute. Twenty seconds left. Now moving into 25 seconds of work, the jump squat. If you're not doing a jump squat, feel free to do regular lunges like this. For an intermediate version, you can kind of pop like this, but if you want the full advanced version, or switch side to side, do regular jumping lunges. That's a 10-second break. Next, we're doing push-ups. Now for an easy version of this, you can stay down and do your assisted push-ups. For an intermediate version, here are your regular push-ups. And just like we did the other day for the advanced version, go and pop up a leg each time you go down. And that's a 10-second break. Going back to the lunges. Remember, you can either do this or move on to one of the harder versions. 3 seconds. 10-second break. Moving on to our next 2 exercises, the high knees and then Supermans. For this one, either march in place. If you're doing the low impact version, kind of add a twist into it for more core work. Or for a more advanced version, do your high knees like this. Ten-second break. Moving on to Supermans. For this one, the modification you can make is to keep your feet on the floor. If you want to make it a little bit harder, lift up your feet as well as your hands. Right, 10-second break. Go ahead and stand back up for those high knees or high knee marches. Back down for the Supermans. All right, back up. Our next exercise is going to be squats. You can either do assisted squats using the wall to hold your balance, slide up and down against the wall like this, or you can do regular standing squats or jump squats. Ten-second break. Go ahead and get down for hip bridges. Remember from the other day, you can either do them like this, or like this, or you can add a weight to your hips to make them just a little bit more difficult. If you do the alternating version, just remember which leg you start out with. Back to squats. Five seconds left. Back down for the hip bridges. Go ahead and stay on the ground. We're going to be doing 2 sets of abs next. The first one's going to be in and out. You can either keep your hands here or here. I prefer to have them here. And crunch in and out like this. For a more advanced version, keep your hands off the ground. Relax, stay down. Next we have Russian twists. You can either keep your feet on the ground, touch back and forth like this, or if you want to step up the intensity just a little bit, keep your feet off the ground and touch the ground to both sides of you. Let it relax. In and outs are next. And begin. Relax. One more set of Russian twists. And relax. We're on to our 5th set, which is going to be ending in planks, just like the last 2 strength days we've done. Go ahead and begin. If you want an easier version to this, you can pop down to your knees for a second, but really try to stay up for as long as you can and keep a straight back. If you want to pop up the intensity, then don't take a break at the next rest break for a 1 minute total of planks. That's your last 25 minutes of work for this entire workout. And let it relax. Go ahead and take a 40-second break, and then come on back here for the cool down. And now we're moving on to our cool down. So we're going to be starting out with a shoulder stretch with 30 seconds per side. "15 seconds left, and then we're going to switch. All right, go ahead and stretch out that other shoulder. 5 seconds left. Next, we're going to be moving on to the standing quadricep stretch. Feel free to grab onto a wall or a chair for added stability. Five seconds left. And go ahead and switch sides. All right, and go ahead and sit down. We're going to be doing hamstrings next. Start with your left side and reach over. Get a nice stretch throughout your hamstring and throughout your right obliques, as well as your right shoulder. 10 seconds left. And go ahead and switch sides to the right. Ten seconds. And go ahead and lay down flat on your back for a laying trunk twist. Put your left leg up in the air. Grab the inside of your left knee with your right hand. And just bring that over as far as you can while keeping your left shoulder on the ground. All right, switch sides, lift up your right leg, grab the inside of your knee with your left hand, and bring it over as far as you can while keeping your right shoulder completely on the ground. Five seconds of this left, then we're moving to extend and flex for the last cool down exercise. We also did this one the other day. The extend part is just stretching your abdomen and flexing your back. Flex, keep your feet flat on the ground, and get a good stretch throughout your hamstrings and your calves as well as your shoulders.
Activity completed.
And that was the end of my week-long workout program. I hope you guys got as good of a workout as I did out of these last 5 days. If you guys want to make up your own kinds of workout programs, all I've been using is I found a HIIT timer on the computer, and then I found an app on my phone where I was able to program my own workout into it. You guys can do those kinds of things, get creative with your workouts, but stay active while you're kind of stuck at home like the rest of us have been, and wash your hands. And thanks for watching.